are still eating, but we're going to get this show on the road. We're going to start with awards this evening, so if we could quiet down, thank you. We're going to do our yearly Reason Toter Awards, and then we will follow up with our raffle prizes. And just keep this in mind. If you don't win the prize that you put your ticket in, do not rip up your ticket, because you have a chance to be a winner in The Biggest Loser. And I will explain that a little bit later. So don't wreck your tickets. Hold on to them if you don't win, and details coming soon. So I'd like to introduce my beloved husband, Jeffrey Walton, the president of the Porsche Club.
Thank you. So it was another fantastic year, 2024. And I just want to thank all the volunteers that have helped, done everything from DE to autocross to Wendy for every social event out there on the calendar, rallies. You guys, you knocked out of the park this year, so thank you all. And then I want to thank everybody in this room who actually helped for November 17th. That was our big fill-a-trunk. And because of that, we donated, get this, 138,630 pounds of food. And that's, and it's not just the Porsche Club, it was all the other clubs, but the Porsche Club also, I think, out of that 138,000, we did about 39,000 pounds ourselves. So kudos to all of you who wrote checks, who actually drove down and handed out food for the people who need it most. And I really thank you. And if you didn't do it this year, I want you to come out next year and do it. You'll see one of 2, 3, 4, 5 emails that I sent out. So thank you again for everybody. I really appreciate it. And rock on for 2024 and 2025. We'll be doing a lot more. So Wendy, you want to take it over and start? Who do you want now?
Well, let's start with awards.
All right.
Which award should we start with? Who's ready? Okay, come on up. All right, let's start with our Mighty Nito.
Okay, so we're gonna do.
All right.
Let's do the section.
Okay, please, go ahead, Corey, take it over.
No worries.
I'm not in charge of awards, so I'll hand it over to a person in charge.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Corey McFadden. I'm the track chair for Reason Toter, and I wanted to. Thanks, everybody. I want to bring up a few people to help with the section here. So Catherine, Jack, and Jeff, come on up here and join me. So we have a few awards that we're going to give out. Yes, I will. So we have a few awards for the DE program we're going to give out, and we're going to start with just like a quick introduction to where we're at with the year. So I want to thank everybody who joined us on track this year. It was great. We had a really good season. We have a schedule we can announce for next year. So let me get the details here. All right, so the first thing I wanted to do is thank the members of the Speed Council who put the program together and ran all the events this year. So Catherine, our assistant track chair, Miles, our other assistant track chair. We have Dave Weiss, who is not with us tonight, who is our outgoing co-safety chair. Chris Murphy, who is right here. Give it up for Chris. We have Nissa and Kevin, who have been helping us with registrar. Yes. And last but not least is Georgie, who is our pit marshal and keeps everything running at the events. Yes, where's Georgie? Where's Georgie? Oh, okay, all right. We'll celebrate her again when she gets back. It's great. She has no idea why we're clapping. I love it. We're just thanking Speed Council. We're just thanking Speed Council. Yeah, it's all right. Okay, so the schedule for 2025. So we have a little bit of a bump in the road in that our Watkins Glen event, again in July, is being interrupted by the Ferrari Challenge. Boo, Ferrari. Yes, so we will be back the next year, and we're working on a couple co-events where we can come and get our folks out there, but we have in April, we'll be at Pocono Southeast at the end of April. We have NJMP Lightning in June, our normal weekend, but it's kind of great because the club race that normally has been overlapping us the last 4 years or so has moved. And now we are on our own again, and we should have the normal contingent. The next thing is we have a Thunderbolt weekend. Yay! So that is a thing we've been trying to get for a while, and we have a little bit of a hole in the schedule at the end of July. So we fit it in there, which is great. So anybody's going to be racing at the PCA Club race with Schattenbaum in August. It's 3 weeks before that, so it's perfect to test out your car, and we should have a great time. So mark your calendars for that. And then in September, we've got Pocono Southeast and Pocono North-South, the AKA double infield course, as we normally do in September. So that's a great event. If you got a lot of horsepower, that's the one to bring your car to. It's gonna go really fast. And then in October, we've got our normal weekend at Summit Point on the main circuit. So good year, we're really excited about that. And then we have another announcement about our Speed Council. So I mentioned that Dave Weiss is outgoing. I wanted to welcome Mike Fisher, who is going to join us as the new co-safety chair. Mike has been volunteering and helping us with tech inspections and a number of other things. So we're really happy to have Mike join the team. He's a really good guy. All right, so the first award we have that is DE related is one of our big awards. It is the High Speed Driver of the Year. This award honors the track driver who has displayed exceptional talent and significant improvement during the season. It has previously been awarded to instructors, club racers, track chairs, IMSA drivers, and Porsche factory racers. So it's a pretty big deal. The winner this year started driving with us in late 2022. He was promoted rapidly to blue at the second event of the next year, and all of his instructors noted that he exhibited a lot of talent and belonged in a faster run group. He also had a lot of friends advocating for him being in a faster run group. And this happens a lot, so we're all very skeptical when it happens. We keep our eyes open. And in this case, it actually was accurate. The instructor comments, I was going through his driver evals, included a number of things like natural ability, confident, wow. So that says a lot. And then in this season, he was promoted to white, and we really look forward to watching his continued progress. So the High Speed Driver of the Year is Rick Pasamato. Rick, are you here? Rick's in England, that's right. I knew this, I really did. I knew this going into tonight. All right, I need another drink, all right. Oh my God. All right, so I'm gonna hand this over. Jeff, you're next. Okay.
So the Mighty Nitto is the next one that's up, and when you drive at the track, sometimes things happen that aren't so great. And they kind of made this award for the person who makes the best out of a bad situation. Sometimes the things that aren't great that happen are a little scary. Sometimes they're funny, right, Chris? In June of this year, we had coolant put down on a track on the front straight in New Jersey Motorsports Park. We had, what's that? Got it, better? So we had a driver come down the front straight in a Corvette, roughly 140 miles an hour. And if you've ever been to that track, it kind of shoots up in the air before you go to a 90-degree plus turn. He launched off of that, he hit some things, and everybody held their breath. So thereafter, I sent a note. I wasn't there at the event. I sent a note to him And his reply was, "Hey Jeff, I'm fine, just bruises." Hit coolant in the brake zone, car shot right at the inside wall, skidding. I intentionally spun to scrub speed. I spun 1.5 on course into a grass hill, or into the grass, over a hill, sideways, airborne, and spun one more time on the backside and hit the guardrail twice. I was low 140s when I hit the brakes. Have great video from the car behind me. And here's the mighty Nitto part. Adjuster coming out, but it's totaled. Plan to upgrade to Z06 version. I'll be back. Hope your race went well. So he missed one event because he couldn't get a car in time. He was at our next event thereafter. And two things that are really important. One, what we do is so fun that you got to get right back out there. But two, he had every piece of safety equipment in the world in his car, and like he said, just bruises. The safety equipment does it. It works, and we're all safe because of it. So the winner of the mighty Nitto this year is Scott Borelli and his Corvette Z06 that he showed up with just 90 days later.
Yes. Hi, everyone. I'm Catherine, and I'm here to announce the winner of the Tattered Helmet Award, which is otherwise known as the award you don't want to win, because it's for someone who distinguished themselves in an inglorious manner. So our award winner this year, who fortunately for me is not here tonight, so I can tell his story, is normally a light of the club. He is a well-respected instructor. He volunteers with us. He was recently national champion in his class in Porsche Club Racing. He can drive the hell out of a cup car. But on this particular day, he was not so much a light to the club or to PCA in general. He was lined up at Summit, Maine to go out with a bunch of cars behind him. He got about, 10 yards onto the track and looped a car straight into the tire barrier. Hit on at least two sides, I think, but it was drivable, so he continued driving, left his spoiler on the ground and continued driving. Now, normally when this happens, for those who don't come to the track, if you have an incident on the track, you are supposed to do your lap of shame at a reasonable pace, come into the pits and talk to someone like Georgie, Corey, myself, someone who will look at you very soberly and ask if you're all right and if you have the temperament to go back out. This particular award winner chose not to do his lap of shame and get his speech, and he took the first access road he could find, which is not something a race car is supposed to do, and went back to his parking spot as if nothing had ever happened. So I walked over to him with his splitter, and I said, I used a swear word, which I'm not going to use on the mic, but I asked him what had happened out there. And he said, well, I thought the wheel was straight. So for that reason is why he has won the Tattered Helmet Award. And as I said, unfortunately, he's not able to be with us tonight, but it is Mr. Bob Hargesheimer.
Bob won an award at the event that night too. It was pretty funny. So, yeah, he did. That was a fun night. Anyway, our last award is the Instructor of the Year, the 2024 RTR Instructor of the Year. Now, this award winner started at, quite a few years ago, 6 or 7 years ago. But since he started, he's been to 40 events, almost 40 events. That's almost every event. In the process, coming to tech and stuff, he got interested in tech and became a tech inspector. Works at tech. At all of our tech events, before the event, 2 weeks before the big tech event, and then every morning at the track when we do our tech events. He was recognized as a great driver and a great person and was recruited to be an instructor. But before that recruitment part, he became our beta test for our instructor mentor program. Through that instructor mentor program, he passed the instructor test day, which he said was a piece of cake, and became an instructor. As an instructor, he showed up in classrooms, teaching, learning more, learning to teach. So he's an instructor, started as a novice, became advanced, became an instructor, became a mentor, was a guinea pig. And the most amazing thing is that very first day he was there, I was his first instructor. And he still came back. Mike Fisher.
Say thank you.
Under the cloth, under the cloth.
Thank you, Jack.
Get a picture.
Little lower,
What?
little lower, little lower, there you go.
You don't have anything to say about that first time you were at the track?
You can Photoshop Jack out.
Wait a minute, I got a great story about Mike. Should I tell it? I should tell that story? All right, so.
You tell it your way, and I'll tell you my way.
Your way isn't what happened. Anyway, so it was the second or third time I instructed Mike. Might have been the second time. So he comes out. It's Saturday afternoon. We're there Friday. We're there Saturday. And I said to him, "How you feeling?" Or it might have been Friday afternoon. So I said, "How you feeling?" He goes, "I don't know. After it's late in the afternoon, and sometimes stuff goes wrong." And we were at Jefferson, and I said, "All right, let's go. Let's get in the car." I'm like, "Oh, let's go." So I don't know if any of you have driven Jefferson. Most of you have driven Jefferson, right? There's a big hook on the top where you come around, and I'm getting like closer and closer and closer to the edge. Get out there! Get out there! Get out there! You're leaving 3 inches. You're leaving 2 inches. You left 1.5 inches. Get out there! We leave the track. That's what I was trying to do. So we straighten everything out. Everything's good. Look at the corner workers. Okay, yeah, give them the thumbs up. You're all right. Yeah, get back on the track. We go. We pit in. What do you think happened? We talk about it. We go back out. We finish the session. So we come back in, and those of you know, right? You do a debrief, and you go, you talk about your goals, what you did, what happened, what you think you're going to do. And I got out of the car. I took my helmet off, and I shut the door, and I looked in the window, and they said, "You said you were going to F up, and you did. Don't ever do that again." And I walked away. So tell them what happened. So tell them what happened next.
I was scared. I said, I pissed Jack off. Like, I don't think he's ever going to let me back. So we got back in the car Sunday morning, right? Sunday morning we got back in the car, and and I was getting my helmet on, and I was getting my harnesses on, and I looked at Jack out in the car, and Jack looked over and he said, "How you doing, Mike?" And I said, "I'm doing great, Jack. This is going to be the best day ever. We're going to have the best ride ever. This is awesome." I didn't want to disappoint Jack.
Now he's instructor of the year.
Very good. Thanks, Jack. All right. This concludes the DE program of the awards section. But I want to put a bug in everybody's ear who has not been to the track before. So we're going to have the monthly membership meeting in February, and we're going to focus on talking about how to get on track and do a little bit of an intro about the program. So mark your calendars, attend that one. We're going to be there in mass, and we'll tell you all about it. But any questions? Pretty much most of the people on this side of the room have been on track, so come talk to us. We'll tell you all about it. All right. Who's next?
All right, hello everyone. So I'm Daniel Rubel. I'm the Autocross chair for Reason Toter.
And best dressed tonight, by the way.
Best dressed. For those of you who don't know, we have a tremendous autocross program. We had 4 terrific events this past year at Pocono. So we have these autocross events in the infield course, the southeast course of Pocono, which is unlike any autocross you've probably ever done with any other club. And they were terrific. Great participation, great crowd. And we're going to have 4 more events in 2025. So we're going to have one in June, one in July, one in August, and one in September. So really encourage you all to participate. So the one award that I'm going to present today is the Broken Crankshaft Award, which is technically the best novice autocross driver. And so this award's been given for 50 or so years. It means a lot, and it takes a lot to earn it. So the award winner this year, it's a bit interesting. This driver has been to a number of events with us in the past. It's actually for a number of years, actually. So he's been more of a casual autocross driver, I would say. But to make the transition from a casual driver to a competitive driver in autocross requires a tremendous amount of focus and discipline. Right? So in autocross, you're navigating cones, you're dodging the slaloms, the chicanes. It's a 65 second run. And to improve a tenth of a second, 1 second, requires an incredible amount of focus and discipline. And so the award winner this year, the autocross councils, we were trying to determine who the winner was going to be. We were looking at the data. We were determining, okay, who made the biggest improvements, the biggest strides. And there was one driver who really stuck out and honestly shocked us all. From his first event to his last event, I think he shaved 6 seconds in terms of his average run time. And even at the events, inquiring with other drivers, how do I navigate, this particular section of the course? And the amount of focus and discipline that he demonstrated really exceeded anything else we saw from any other driver. So I would like to recognize and award this to Dennis Murphy, who has, like I said, been a long-standing driver and participant in autocross, but this year made tremendous strides. So Dennis, congratulations. This thing weighs about 50 pounds. So I'm not going to touch it, because if I do, there you go. Congratulations.
I just want to see how fast I can go in Daniel's car.
In the Boxster, not too fast. All right, thanks, Dennis.
All right, picture.
Yeah.
Make sure you hit a stud.
Who's next?
Okay, good evening. Georgie and I are going to be presenting the Reason Toter Award, and I'll just say a few words about the award itself, and then the oldest and most coveted award of our region. It is presented to the person or persons who, in the opinion of their peers, have made the greatest contribution to or on behalf of the club, or those who have made contributions to the club over a number of years.
It is truly an honor to be acknowledged with the Reason Toter Award. It is meaningful. And this particular member of the club, when he joined, he jumped right in the fire. He smiled to help. I want to try autocross. I want to try this. I want to do that. I want to help. Always with a smile, always highly respectful for each of us. Whether it was on the social, at track, at pit, he followed protocol even when he spun and came in and checked in. Anyway, as such a great ambassador for the club, Dan Rubble, you deserve the award. I thought that was the reason why you dressed up tonight. Thank you for all you do for the club and for our members. So, I don't know.
I don't know what to say. The names on this award are beyond impressive, and I am incredibly humble.
Just enjoy your Fruit Loops, tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, look over here for a picture.
Right. Congrats.